appreciative for, one, the vision, of Captain Albert, who was able to identify something that would be able to be added to our toolbox here in the West Hartford Fire Department. We're proud to be able to offer that as a mutual aid asset to our police department and any other of our neighbors who may need it.
As you know, with tight budgets everywhere in every department and every community in the whole country, it wasn't always in our playbook to be able to put this in our budget. Fortunately, with Airborne Works, they were able to put something together to get us this donation, which helps us out greatly. But it's not only us, it's the police department, Public Works. We're going to use it as a PR program and also for mitigating rescues and search and rescue, and really getting an idea. Think about, the storm just went through. We could set it up to go see what storm damage is on a large area. When we have large crowds, like West Hartford Days here, the police department could go up and get a decent idea of crowd size and congestion, all that kind of thing. And it's a huge asset for us. So what it does is it saves time, number one, and number two, risk to human beings.
We founded this program to help public safety organizations across the country who are underfunded. So we felt that helping them get drone technology in their hands would help save lives. This particular drone has the ability to be airborne within 35 to 40 seconds from powering it up. So fast deployment is a really important part of this. And then situational awareness is key to any kind of tactical operations, whether it be first responders or police departments. These tools will help save lives. And so we want to introduce these tools to the departments that don't have the funding, and then hopefully our goal is to see the municipalities see the value of these and then start funding these tools for public safety. This drone has been donated by one of our partner supporters, Autel Robotics, and we also have a partner supporter called Fox Ferry Lighting, which is very much involved with public safety, and they're donating this hardware to our organization so that we can help the communities around the country that are in need of this technology. I own a company called Airborne Works. We're based here in Hebron, Connecticut, and what we do is we sell thermal imaging and other types of hardware into public safety. And so that's why I started the foundation, because we saw the need of helping departments that just didn't have the funding. We've donated to other nonprofits that are 501c3 search and rescue organizations down in Florida. We've donated to departments in Alaska. So we've been all over the country.
The police department has quite a few pilots on their staff, as do we, so they could get use out of it as well. And then we think about other departments in town. Let's say Board of Ed, if they had something going on and they had a graduation party and they wanted something in the air, sure, we could go do that for them. You think about Public Works, they need to go inspect something, a tall tower or a bridge or whatever, they could send somebody, a drone up there to take a picture of it quickly at no cost to them because we have the equipment. So it's great.
Imagine the police department tactical situations where you have someone barricaded in a building. It's not always easy to get an idea of where the exits and entrances are. So in a tactical situation, let's say a SWAT situation, you'd have this drone up in the air and you could see if somebody's darting in or darting out. You could see best approach areas to tactically get into the building and suppress the situation. There's a lot of uses like that for public safety. Crowd control. If you get in a situation, we all suffered the loss of the bombing in Boston. Every year now when they have the marathon, of course this year they're not having it, but drones are being used for surveillance. So it's a very useful tool. Just having a camera in the sky can be very beneficial for public safety in general. To get a drone like that, there's FAA regulations. All of the officers here that want to operate this drone need to have a 107 pilot's license. Airborne Works can help them with that. We can help with the ground school. So somebody just wanted to mess around and fly a drone, they're not doing it for monetary gain or for public service, then you don't need the 107 license. You can fly it as a hobby, but it must be registered if it's over half a pound in weight. That's the FAA's regulations.
He also did a couple things with New York City Fire Department, or FDNY, some notable fires that they had, doing investigations on buildings that were unstable, where he would fly this through their building So the fire marshal, without putting risk to himself of collapse or anything else, could do an entire investigation before anything's disrupted within that scene, which helped out, FD&Y greatly, and they work with him constantly.
You do have to shut the obstacle avoidance off so that you can move cleanly through the building. Go through windows, go through doors, whatever you want. I mean, not windows, open windows.
The same thing could happen on a crime scene. So if crime scene has something going on, you don't want people to walk through it or to disrupt anything, the drone could go over, it could drop markers if you get the right program of where evidence is, do a virtual map of it all that's interactive on the computer for them later on. And not something necessarily the fire department's going to use, but the police department certainly could take advantage of that technology. So when you think about it, it's a huge win. West Hartford Fire Department is also part of the Capital Regional Hazmat Team, which is a large regional team that deals with mitigating any hazmat within our region. We've been wanting a drone mostly so we could recon what's going on without putting any risks to any members quickly and efficiently, and get a good size up on what we have going on. So we could then, when we put members forward to deal with the mitigation, they already have a heads up on what's going on. So the drone would offer that.
It does provide eyes in the skies for them to give them best situational awareness. It knows where it takes off, so it'll come home if it loses its signal. It's got 8 times digital zoom, so that the officers could actually be at a distance where they couldn't even hear the drone and they could see what was going on.
The tone that we're trying to put on this is situations and things that are in the course of the official business of the West Hartford Fire Department, and we will follow all the process to that. What we don't want people to do is to think that we're flying this in their backyard, because we're not busy that day, and we're going to take pictures and share it with people. I say that tongue in cheek. You can't see the smile underneath there, but I just would emphasize that this is a tool. It is official department business. It's not a toy.
For me, it's a recon tool, especially at hazmats, where I don't have to put anybody at risk, to get a quick understanding of what's going on with whatever incident we happen to be at, so we can mitigate it properly, save time, understand what we need to put on for PPE to deal with whatever's happening. It could be, at what level is this incident at, depending on what's leaking, whatever happens to be. The flip side of it is looking at a large incident such as storm damage, whatever, which is huge. If we're looking for a lost hiker up in the MDC property, that's going to save us a ton of time. And it gives you the GPS location of where it is. There's plenty of space to train on this drone and do all kinds of maneuvers without, invading somebody's private property, period.